Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 tips and tricks video. Now, whenever I'm reading the comments and listening to your guys' feedback, one thing that I commonly see come up a lot is people talk about how, they want tips on how to die less, and a lot of, along the lines of people have been commenting a lot of my videos saying, I have no problem getting kills or EKIAs in this game, but I'm always dying, over and over and over. How can I die less or stay alive in this game? And while I have made a video covering how to get a high KD, I thought in this video we'll take the actual approach of what stuff in this game is going to keep you alive, as well as a sort of a tutorial on map control, because I've seen people asking about that in the comment section down below, and that's why I always encourage you guys to leave me feedback, what you guys are struggling with, what you guys want to see in the comment section down below, because I want to read it and see what you guys are struggling with so I can make tip videos on that and stuff like that, right? So your guys' support has been amazing. Let's go for 1,500 likes. Smack that like button. I would really appreciate it if we could hit that. Of course, another upload is coming out, probably like in the middle of the night, because my schedule, that's how it's been lately. Subscribe if you guys are new and not already subscribed, and let's talk about it. So in this gameplay, you can sort of focus on a couple things. I think I only die 5 or 6 times in a full hardpoint, and I believe I get 66 kills, so it's well over a 10 EKIA. And basically what I'm doing in this gameplay, if you watch, is how I'm controlling and how I'm staying alive is, we'll talk a little bit more about class setup, specialists, and different stuff like that that'll help you stay alive. But the main thing, if you watch this gameplay, is how I'm patrolling and controlling different areas, which I think is the best playstyle for this game. To give you guys some context, I finished this game with the most damage in the game, the most score in the game, and the third most objective time. So it's not like I'm completely ignoring the objective like I was in my last one just to go for a high KD, because that can really hurt your team. And last game, when I went 83-0, or in that other video, I had my teammates helping me out on the objective and stuff like that. I think in this video I was playing with some teammates as well, but I sort of took over control and started grabbing the objectives a little bit. I only had like 84, something like that, seconds, but it was still pretty high up on my team in comparison with that. So if you watch this gameplay, you'll notice 3 things. I'm patrolling 3 different areas, and I'm rotating which area I'm sort of sitting in or controlling depending on the hard point, or depending on where the objective goes. Because my mission in this game, and what I always talk about, is cutting people off between their spawn and the objective. So you'll notice the 3 areas that I patrol the most are this area, top 10, probably the best area on the map because you have control over the whole damn thing. The next one will be in that side trailer where the hard point is right now, and the next one will be that wood area where the hard point just was. And I'll basically move around patrolling those areas and making sure that I can pick people off going to the hard point, get my streaks, let those go to work, and once the streaks are in, I can hop in that objective for easy objective play and points, blah blah blah, stuff like that. So how do you actually stay alive in this game? Now, the issue is usually if you're going for more kills, you're going to be dying more, and with this game, staying alive, I'll give you guys a couple of basic tips. The first tip with staying alive in this game: do not rush into multiple enemies and do not rush into their spawn in objective game modes. And I see people confused talking about, what do you mean the TDM and kill confirm spawns flip normally? Yeah, they do, but domination, control, hardpoint, whatever objective spawns, mostly domination I'm talking about on control, the spawns are very hard to flip, so don't run into their spawns, don't run into multiple enemies. This is a game where, which is weird because in Call of Duty game it's usually a twitch shooter, like in past games you see 3 people, you just start spraying them down, but in this game, because of the increased health, sometimes it's better to shoot 1 or 2 and then sort of back off and wait for the third to push you. You have to take this game a little more, be more tactical if you want to stay alive. You have to take on your engagements, and this is a game where the number one thing I would say to stay alive is whenever you're losing a gunfight, simply back away from that gunfight, which has always been a good tip in Call of Duty. It's very easy to do if you're taking a gunfight and you are under, you're poking out a window or you have a head glitch or cover. That's why you don't want to be taking gunfights out in the middle, because if it goes wrong, you really can't run away. You're forced to take that gunfight even if you're at 20 health and he's at 150, and you're going to lose that the majority of the time. So a tip with this game, and it works in previous CODs, but it's even more important in this game because of how you can automatically just stab yourself and heal yourself. And even if you don't have stim shot, it's a tad bit slower, like milliseconds, maybe even a second slower, but it's so damn fast anyway. And that would be my tip for staying alive. Do not take on multiple enemies in this game, and if you are in a gunfight and you can realize you're losing because you can see, okay, I've hit him for 1 or 2 hit markers. I mean, obviously it's easier said than done, it's a split-second decision, but when you're hitting the enemy for 1 or 2 hit markers, and I'm getting hyped up right now, this is the stuff that I love to talk about, and the enemies hit you back and your screen is red, that's where you sort of duck down or dip down around the corner, heal up, and then peek out again. Right, you gotta remember though, when you heal up without using stim shot, it does take even with stim shot, it does take a millisecond for that bar to be filled, and that's one common common error people make as well. I made this error a lot when I first started the game, is I would just stab myself and then I push immediately. You have to sort of wait 1 second for that bar to be filled up, and then you can sort of push, which is definitely another tip into staying alive. Now, those are sort of genuine gameplay tips as to how to stay alive. Areas to patrol. Obviously, right now, I'm sort of camping for my kill streaks. You should camp when you're close to kill streaks. When you're not close to kill streaks, you should, play objective, rotate around, and just sort of control the map. Another tip is, sometimes you have to run, as you see right there. The attack dog runs at me, and what do? I don't stay there and challenge him. I run away, because I know, sure, it would be nice to kill that attack dog and get those 50 points for free, or whatever it gives you, but those things are overpowered. I didn't have anything to counter it other than my gun, so I basically just run away from the dog, and then you'll see I catch him later at a better angle to be able to kill him. That's something you have to do in this game. This is 2018 Call of Duty. There is a lot of BS or like noob-friendly, casual-friendly stuff in this game, aka the specialist, right? The dog is a free kill streak. It's super overpowered. There's no auto-aim on it. Run away. Stay alive from that. Now, the next aspect of staying alive is not just in gameplay, but it's knowing the weaknesses of your setup, which is something that I don't see. A lot of people seem to think Call of Duty is just this easy game where I'll just run around, TDM, point and shoot, triple kill. It's really, maybe it was like that back in like Call of Duty 4 or World at War, but it's such an evolved game. And sure, compared to Overwatch and League of Legends and Fortnite, it's still a pretty simple base game where you can pick it up and only play on the weekends and still drop in, an average KD or an average score, which is awesome about this game. But if you want to take it to the next level, these pro players are thinking about these things, they're taking it to the next level, and obviously there is a space for that, and people have the passion for this game, like I do, to want to do that. So know the weaknesses of your class. Know what you're exposed by. This is the number 2 or 3 most important thing is staying alive. I'm giving you guys some gems here in this video. Know your weaknesses. If you don't have dead silence and the enemies for some reason keep, how did he know I was there? How did he know I was there? You got to think, he probably is either listening to you or he has acoustic sensor, and it's probably best for you to switch to a dead silence class. If enemies call in a UAV and you don't have Ghost, I don't run Ghost on most of my class setups, so when they call in a UAV, I'm listening for that announcer say they've called in a UAV, and I'm going to switch up my playstyle, back off, play more defensive, not stay in one area, and sort of move around as they have a UAV up, just so I'm not able to be tracked. Even if you do have Ghost, you have to be in movement for that. Other things that I think are the best for just denying those, a lot of times if you're going off with your gun, sometimes it's not the gun stuff that kills you. It's they throw a seeker car in there, they throw a 9-bang or something like that. And Flak Jacket and Tac Mask are the, Ghost and Dead Silence are the number 3 perks that are great at countering some BS. Not even BS, but countering, advantages the opposition could have. And perk 1, it's Flak Jacket and Tac Mask. Personally, I think Tac Mask, just going through the list and statistically from what I've played, I honestly think that if I can only take one of them, unless it's like Hardpoint or something where I'm right inside of a tight objective, I would usually just take Tac Mask, because Tac Mask, and even in Hardpoint certain times, if I'm playing Anchor or I'm playing AR, controlling the spawns, right? So, Tac Mask, you can just read down the list. It counters so many different things. And for example, if you get hit by a 9-bang with Tac Mask, your screen is, you're still going to be flashed, but it's like a normal concussion, or even a little bit less than that. If the seeker car hits you, you just press that square button, you throw that thing right off. There's a lot of things that you can defend against with that. And of course, Flak Jacket also has its own defenses. And that's why if you're really annoyed and you want to stay alive, and you don't want to get hit by any of that, make the class up with Flak Jacket, Tac Mask, Gung Ho, Dead Silence. That's probably like your best anti-BS class, and then just listen for the UAVs, and these are one of my favorite class setups that I've been using. Listen for the UAVs whenever they're called in, switch up your sort of play style, and that's something you have to do. You have to know the weaknesses of your class, of your perks and attachments, and you have to know what they could be using to get that upper hand on you, and how your setup counters that. It's the same with guns. I know this Rampart gun, I'm probably not going to be able to beat the ICR at range. Right there, I'm in a bad gunfight at range, and I do exactly what I was talking about. I back off, and I heal up. Then I get hit again. Right here, I'm waiting for my heals to come up because I don't want to fight 5 health. And then again, you have to wait that 1 second for it to heal up. Obviously, I get rushed right away. And you can see here, this is a perfect example of staying alive. I'm in a very tight spot, but I'm not pushing that spawn when I have 30 health because that would just be dumb. I'm trying to stay alive. I'm rallying my strike troops. I'm taking these long-range gunfights, but I'm knowing if they have an ICR or if they have, you know, a swordfish or something, I'm probably not going to beat them with the rampart. My strength comes more in a little bit more closer range engagements with the AR. If I can hit them in the upper chest area to capitalize on high caliber 1, high caliber 2 in the head or upper chest area. I know my strengths and I'm playing to them, and I know my weaknesses and I'm trying to stay alive through them. Hopefully I thought this was a really good tutorial. I dropped a lot of gems that would help you guys out. Drop a like on this thing, subscribe if you guys are new. As you guys can see, final scoreboard, very good game. That's about it, guys. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.